Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Undying Game Channel. I'm AJ Gels. Guys, we are back with Pyre. Honestly, it's been a couple days since I last played this game. Let's continue on with our journey. I won't do a recap of the last time because I don't want to get it wrong. Oh, it's so nice being here. I just finished up something where I had to watch my language, so now I can let all the swears out. I'm so curious. How long is this effing game? Minstrel, good supply of stardust. I don't really need it. I really don't need more money. Let's see if we can find some more stardust. Ooh, the Beyonder Curve still seeks Volfred. Sorry, I hit something on my glasses. Book of Rights. Oh wait, no, that's not what I need to do. Sorry. You bring me brief reprieve from solitude. What seek you in exchange? God damn it! First line, I already fucked it up. Request a scribe trial. I shall gladly oblige my reader. Who is to be the lucky one this time? Our good old buddy Volfred. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Volfred. The fancy-talking sap, you mean? I shall be interested to see if he has learned something since last we sparred like this. Then let us bring him forth. Soon Volfred appears in heed of the summons. So it is my turn then, is it? Then let us see what we can do, my boy. Alright, I really need to figure out how to use use Volfred. I almost don't know why I called him by his last name. Mostly just because I want the freaking trophy for scoring 200 points, or whatever you want to call it, with him. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, sap. You answer to me here. As you will, oh Sandra the Unseeing. Proper as ever, then. Though I wonder if you have the wherewithal that you project. Show me, then, what you can do without the benefit of those whom you would lead, and let us see if you and your lovely reader have reached a thorough understanding as of yet. Alright, so a sap, a demon, and a, crap. Yep. And a whopping 30 points. Jeez, the sap is... God, he's got... I really don't like the sap. I'm not gonna lie. God damn it! I mean, he's just so slow. He doesn't have a really good use for his, I'm trying to think of the word here. It's like aura. Like he doesn't have, like, he can't use it ranged, and again, the freaking speed. We really can't do anything. Yeah, because I can't. Yeah, and I can't move when I use shield. It's like some messed up chess match. Yeah. I see, this is the problem with the saps. They're just too slow. Yes! I am grateful for the privilege of your time, good Sandra. Flattery shall never get you anywhere with me, sap. Nonetheless, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Yeah, overall, I don't like Volfred's character, but it's nothing against Volfred. I like it. I like his character, like the character that is Volfred Sandalwood. I don't like the sap in the actual gameplay. I had not seen that Sandra in some time. She has not changed a bit. But it would seem she left something for us, did she? Lose bow? Bow? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Oh, it's right, I can't use Tizo or Bertrude. Both of them are suffering from summoning sickness. Or banishment, whatever the flip it's called. Volfred's blink ability transports him further than... Well, holy crap, that'll make him way more useful. Ah, there you are, reader. Shall we get going then? You accompany the lone minstrel on an excursion through the stifling vapors of Black Shore, where it seems the stars themselves recently shed some of their splendor. Collecting stardust is a laborious and laborious and delicate process, though some find it rather meditative. In time, you have gathered a good supply of the stuff and return together to rejoin the others. God, I cannot flippin' talk. You notice Bertrude studying the Beyonder crystal. She set it down as you approach. The mouthy wraith rebuketh our attempt to summon her. She insisteth that we are too young to understand. She must be referring to Sandra. It seems that Bertrude may be able to invoke her. Stubborn, that one. Possessing of an ancient understanding, olden ways and olden times. Many centuries of history. Knowledge of the 8 scribes themselves held captive there within the green-tinged stone. Within that wraith's own memories. Would that we could extract them in some way. Perhaps thou couldst induce the wraith's obedience, reading one. For she heedeth not. She claimeth objections only unto only the obligations unto only thee. Jesus. So reading Shakespeare. Although, she stops and thinks very carefully. The Beyonder crystal is not to be tampered with. Your fellow exiles know that its use is at your sole discretion. She backs away from you, still thinking to herself. Ignorest thee our question about this, reading one. Our reasoning has taken us elsewhere. Her refusal to cooperate is like to be an ancient warning of something. 'Tis possible that others of the southern bogs know something of her, but we shall not be tampering further with such sorceries ourselves. That the wraith would refuseth to cooperate, suggesteth her predicament is suitably deserved. She heads off in a huff. Just as the air grows still quiet, you sense something from the Beyonder crystal. Mouthy wraith, she says. Can you believe it, reader? Ah, to be so young and foolish again. Sandra the Unseeing laughs to herself. Your proximity to the Beyonder crystal must have been sufficient to invoke her in this case. That crone of yours is far too curious, I think. But it appears that even she has learned her lessons in this case. Thanks to the stars, I am beholden to no more than one among you, Nightwings at a time. And thank the stars that happens to be you, rather than her. And if that crone attempts to lay her fingers on my Beyonder crystal again, I shall just have to torment her dreams till she's my age. Do feel free to mention that if it comes up. Now, farewell. You know where to find me, lovely reader. She vanishes. It seems that Sandra proved resistant to Bertrude's tampering. If so much history is trapped within the Beyonder crystal, there it shall remain for the foreseeable future. Let's see here. Can I upgrade these things? Yes, I can. Oh, sweet. I can get double the distance. That basically took... fully leveled up that thing. Awesome.
You are nothing, reader.
Alright.
Nothing but a mindless child. Your every action is a stain upon the legacy of the 8 scribes.
Fuck you too, buddy.
The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
What the fuck does that mean? You wake from what little sleep you managed this past night. Once more the voice tormented you within your dreams. You attempt to rid your memory of it. The voice truly is that of Jesus Christ, Archjustice Androboles the Ninth himself, as Volfred indicated, that none of you are likely to receive too warm a welcome should you regain your freedom. A messenger imp with news and rumors from the other side comes huffing toward your wagon here in leaves and branches of Black Basin. You let in and offer it some light refreshments. As Ruki would have done, the imp's message turns out to be about him. There we go. I can play Destiny after I'm done with this video. You learn Ruki's past transgressions have all been forgiven since his return to the Commonwealth. He was even offered a well-appointed home and place of business. It must have represented just the kind of lavish lifestyle that Ruki always claimed to have had for himself and his extended family. Eventually, and somewhat reluctantly, however, he refused the gifts. Instead, he tracked down Volfred's agents and gave them ample information, thus emboldening their ranks. The last bit of the message sounds as though it was transcribed word for word from something Ruki said. It simply reads, "The rest of you better get back here soon, or else." You thank the messenger imp for the report. Soon it has all your companions talking. God, he's so fucking cute. Tizo is happy to learn that Ruki joined the revolution in the Commonwealth. God, even though I don't have to censor myself, I really should stop using the F word that much. It seems that Greentail had himself a conscience after all. We understand this Ruki holds no small degree of influence, at least among his kind. Hard to believe he would have turned down living in that kind of luxury, though maybe he got used to it out here. I have every faith that our friend Ruki would stand tall and rise to the occasion. The news of Ruki's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. The messenger imp accepts some scraps to eat from you and rushes off. +1 hope. Nah, screw it. Everybody has their special trinkets, so I don't really need the slug market. The night grows dark over the nest of Triesta, and you and your companions stand prepared at the appointed place at the appointed time. Pamitha and you fellow exiles exchange expectant looks, some with each other, some with you, though everyone is rather quiet now in one another's company. You sense a vague concern in Volfred, perhaps at having to confront the Pyre Hearts once again. As for Bertrude, she seems very much at peace, awaiting for the stars to signal the commencement of the rite. She does not have to wait for very long. Instinctively, you clutch the Book of Rites as the stars above you take hold of everyone's attention. Now we're good.
Rita, I am still very cross with you, you know.
Yeah.
Think I saw in you a worthy heir. Not just to the legacy of the Nightwings, but to the future of the Commonwealth. That traitor Volfred. Only a fool would be seduced by his audacious promises and his dangerous ideas.
Weren't you and Volfred friends at one point?
You a fool. I have no choice but to explain it thus, so even you could understand. Now for this blasted rite. Some of us still have our duties to uphold.
Oh no, the Nightwings! He struggles with his mask for some time. Please, have mercy on this knight, O Nightwings, for this knight knows well of the limitless power which you most certainly possess. Then he squirms into his mask. Limitless power can only be the expectation as to how you freed that no-good Gilman. How? This knight must know. How can such a thing be even possible? Inheriting the loudest, clumsiest, ugliest, most obnoxious, least competent worm ever to sully the ranks of the Pyre Hearts, and seeing him to such a victory. Would that this knight could kneel, for he would kneel before your stupefying power. By the end of the speech, you sense Sir Deluge is not entirely sincere. Even now you hear him snickering nervously with his triumvirate. It seems news of Sir Gilman's liberation has caused quite a stir within the ranks of the Pyre Hearts. Even still, they stand together ready for the rite. So it's going to be taken on against all worms, which makes my job a little more difficult this time around, mostly because there's no I don't really have any speed characters. Alright. Okay. And this one has increased quickness. That's what I was looking for. Desertion, cowardness. Use exiled 3. Alright. Alright, so who do I want to lead off with? I'll lead off with Pamitha because she's got the quickest. Or she's the quickest, so.
Jodariel.
I go with Jodariel, and finally, Volfred.
Predictably decided.
Prepare yourself, everyone. We are not afraid of you, especially not this night. War Knights, attack! It's really fun doing that voice. Oh yeah. Oh crap! I thought Pamitha could fly over those. Jeez.
The first dousing.
Look at the distance he can travel.
There. Who? That was the last of them. Pamitha has doused the flame.
Bam.
You'll have to do better than that. Glory to the scribes.
Yeah.
'Twas dangerously close.
What the F?
In goes the orb.
Another most inglorious defeat is imminent. This knight can feel it in his bone. His bone.
Deliverance.
I just cut. That's funny.
No more than a lick of flame remains.
Oh, cool. Pamphlet came back. Oh, that's right, because if she flies it in... Oh, I came up right on his...
A braver than
Because if she flies it in, she doesn't suffer banishment. Totally forgot about that.
And it is done. The Night Wings managed to prevail.
Yes, I know, much to your chagrin, dude.
A little better. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Now then, if you're quite finished making sport of us, then we shall slither away in humiliating disgrace. So, thanks.
There is much to learn from this experience. May misfortune find you ere the turning of the stars.
Well, I believe this upcoming rite should be a liberation rite. And I think this is where we're going to try and earn Jodariel her freedom. Because I think I can get her and Pamitha. I think those are the next two. There proves little time for rest at the Black Wagon after your fellow exiles bested the Pyre hearts rather decisively. Those afflicted with banishment sickness seem to be doing better, at least, and express gratitude to Pamitha, Jodariel, and Volfred for their efforts. Just then the lone minstrel appears before you. No words escape his lips. You can guess full well what he has come to indicate to you, and follow him back out into the darkness. The stars above seem to be few and fading, and yet one still shines defiant. The path to freedom reveals itself once more. Right, who are we taking on? Alright. You notice the lone minstrel standing there with you regarding the night sky. The great guardian and I, we have paid witness to the liberation rites upon the fall of Saliam for a long time. We have seen so much, and so I'm a bit taken aback is all, to see something which I have never seen. You look upon the stars together for a while, then I wish for you good fortune, and the wisdom of the scribes on your ascent. The lone minstrel leaves you there alone, under the night. It has grown very late, and you need rest. The Black Wagon shall have to take flight again come morning. See, the Pyre hearts, in the words of Haub the Swallowed, the Accursed. Haub the Swallow, the Accursed. That's a lot of thes in that name. The Pyre hearts all follow the path forged by the Underking Oris, whose many mighty deeds exceed the smallest stature that somehow contained him. His is the most spirited triumvirate, their courage unfaltering, their hearts full. They live always with vigor, and perhaps they die with it as well. They are the Underking's own kind, as at home above the sea as in it, never ceasing, ever longing as they do for something more. The Underking chose wisely for these qualities, and teaches that a life devoid of passion is a life devoid of life itself. The burning passion is the fuel that drives the Pyre hearts, and in turn, us all. I love the deep lore that this game has. And I was reading something. I can't remember what the title of the article was. I can barely even remember what the article said. But it was I can't remember exactly what it was. But it was somebody. They weren't too happy with this game, and I just don't see why. This game kicks so much ass. Something appeared different now about the Sacred Mountain west of here. The lands near Emperor's Ascent and Emperor's Fall appear then. On the other hand, the once precarious region below, which you know as Temple High Road and Temple Cistern, seems swept clean by the elements. Lone Minstrel observes all this alongside you. Jeez! Inclement weather we have lately seen, reader, sir. We ought to be able to make landing closer to Scribegate now. Then I suppose this means we soon shall see Celeste once more. Then I shall go tell everyone to prepare for landing. Right, Temple High Road, Pamitha, Tizo. Let's see what Tizo's got for us. You arrive once more among the solemn beauty of Mount Jodariel. It appears that Unmilde and the Withdrawn have already arrived along the other route. With some time to prepare after having landed, you join Tizo in a brief expedition to the monument of Molten Milite. God damn, these words. Greetings to you once again, great-grandfather. You should know I often think of you, more often these days even than before. The friends whom I now serve, I think that they could use your help, if you are willing to impart it. You know I do not like to ask you favors, but I think this is important. You return to the wagon once he has finished paying his respects. You have occasion once more to pursue your vocations. Tizo gain +3 glory. Ooh. You find a quiet corner near the Black Wagon's grounds to delve into the secrets of the Book of Rites. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Well, then let's get more quickness. To Scribegate. Again, you stand before Scribegate, where the gate guardian regards you all above the archway carved from stone. The exiles of the Nightwings, you must know by now that once the stars no longer shine, the rites shall cease. For now, step forth. Except for you, Tariq, you stay right there. Greetings, Celeste. The Nightwings are prepared, and as for me, you shall not blaspheme under the gate again. Do we understand each other, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. I apologize for my behavior before. I shall adhere more strictly to my duties. Be sure of it. Now, each of you come forth. Please state your names and what it is that you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one, your companions cross the gate until it is your time to do so, and you follow them in turn. The gate guardian regards you all, then waves you through towards the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Am I free to accompany them, Celeste, or shall I remain here? She looks at him a while. You are free to accompany them, Tariq. As you will, Celeste. Until we meet upon the summit, then. I feel like I've changed the Lone Minstrel's voice, mostly because I can't remember how I voiced him originally. I think I kind of had like some sort of like kind of pompous, high class something. I can't fully remember. Commence the rite. Once more the time has come for the liberation rite, where one among you can go free if you prevail. Freedom is likewise at stake for your adversaries, the Withdrawn. As your companions gather under the fall, awaiting the commencement of the vital rite, the Lone Minstrel finds you and regards you in his calm fashion. Night is falling. These moments prior to each commencement, I must admit, they give me pause, knowing so much is at stake during the trial that is to come. Tell me something, would you, reader? To ease the waiting for us both. I've traveled far and wide, even beyond these lands. However, the Commonwealth, I know only through word and song. I sometimes think on what life would be like out there. If you were not ensnared within this place and free to roam with your country, what would you have done with all your days and years, rather than striving here under the stars? Tended land, sailed across seas, retired to the outskirts. You longed to find some solitude out there, though of a different sort than all the solitude available in such abundance in the downside here. You would have lived out your days in peace beyond the bustle of the Commonwealth, and in a manner closer to the olden times. Peace be with you then, reader. Wherever it is that your travels shall take you, in this life or the next. Just then the lone minstrel looks forth, and you see that it is time. The stars above, though faint, begin to burn. Let's go. Alright, I think we're gonna go with Jodariel and get her freedom. That way we've given freedom to the original crew. We kind of promised them that we'd help free them.
Over the sacred fall of Solium.
Solium, that's how it's pronounced. Jeez, always get it wrong.
Tradition in which you now participate. The glorious tradition which you and that instigator Wolfred seek to undermine. It is my sincerest hope your adversaries in this liberation rite achieve instead what they desire. May the withdrawn quickly put out your pyre. Let us get on with the proceedings then.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur the pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the withdrawn, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bog dweller Udmilde appears from the shadows and reaches for her mask. We are known to be Witch Udmilde. Our adversaries, they are nothing to us, or the ones we serve. Ye all shall be devoured in the coming age, an age of strife, wrought down by the fell wings and many seeing eyes of Yislak the astral-born. You speak blasphemy upon the sacred rite, Udmilde. If you value your liberty, then I suggest you cease your mocking of the scribes. The scribes, they failed to stop Yislak, and he shall rise again. And for ye Nightwings, ye are of no consequence in Yislak's grand design. She dons her mask once more. Soon we shall return unto the land which Yislak shall usurp, where we shall offer him our blood and that of many, many others. Nightwings, on whose behalf shall you conduct this liberation rite? Choose quickly. May you heed your heart in making your choice, reader. I trust you are prepared to play the hymns with me, Tariq. Always, Celeste.
Whom do you endeavor to return?
Really? We can get Tizo his freedom? I thought Tizo was born in the downside. Okay.
Jodariel.
If that is your wish.
Who shall stand with her? Tizo.
Tizo seems very determined to support Jodariel. Let's see here. What have they got? Okay, so all bog witches. Or crones, that's what they are. Okay, so we already are down to 20. Deals an extra 4. Also does an extra 4. Jeez. So they're all going to hit pretty hard. I don't know, I got a feeling that I'd want to use Bertrude. Well, we shall lend our support to that one then.
Very well.
Soon, Yislak. Very soon we shall release thee. We shall release thee, and as for ye Nightwings, we have much in store for ye.
Commence.
Score! Crap. I scored off a jump, too. Yislak, we invoke thee, for we seek the ancient strength befall our enemies within the blood. Damnation to the Nightwings, damnation to the scribes. The invocation of Yislak, your adversary, which Unmilde's curse shall summon forth dark pools of banishing ichor, wheresoever any exile is banished here this night. Oh, that's wonderful. Hey, check it out. Jodariel's not gone. That's weird. Crap. Ah, so close. I love how he hangs upside down.
The Nightwings proved their worth.
Yeah, it really rustles your jimmies, huh, dude?
For doubt. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Know that this affront against Yislak has been recorded, and his vengeance shall darken the skies. After all this time, she turns her gaze toward the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this: if that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better. For as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you still can hear her voice, though faintly now. Farewell then, reader, all of you, for now. Jodariel earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Captain Jodariel. Perhaps the scribes are watching even now. Watching as their glorious tradition draws to a close. Now take your execrable companions someplace else.
What the hell does execrable mean? You prevailed in the liberation rite against the withdrawn. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Jodariel, who returned to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this. Tizo is sad that Jodariel is no longer here, yet happy for her. We shall make do without her here. You wonder who, if anyone, among you shall be the next to go. Our plan approaches a key turning point. Let us ensure it soon comes to fruition, not only for ourselves here, but for our companions and our loved ones in the Commonwealth. But we have little time now for reflection into this. Look yonder, reader. The stars demand we go already. Let us help them usher in the end of all of this. You turn your attention to the glimmer of the stars. Their current rate of disappearance suggests another liberation rite shall be coming very soon. Let's take a look at the planner. 76%. 22 total rites completed. Oh, wow. 1 until the next liberation rite. Alright. Who's up against us? Chastity. I kind of want to knock them down a peg if we can. Oh, wrong button. Looks like we're going to be taking on the Chastity no matter what. Not terribly happy about that because everyone else is, yeah, mid-tier. Taking them on twice. Taking them on twice. And we've taken them on twice. Well, let's go get those guys again. Now the stars bid you to return to the Ridge of Gaul, where you shall stand against the fate once again. Your adversary, Dalbert Oldheart, literally knows the cycle of the rites is drawing to a close. His last remaining chance to earn the favor of the scribes and then regain his freedom likely hinges on the outcome of this next rite. The cycle of the rites is soon to end, the exiles of the downside striving to be free. Your adversaries, your companions, even you yourself, are running out of time. Sorry, I thought I saw something. Okay. No, nothing. Book of Rights. Alright, I don't know what page supposedly popped up. Following Jodariel's liberation, the lone minstrel has returned to the wagon and stands as though nothing has happened here this night. He tilts his head a bit as you approach. Once more, the Nightwings have prevailed in the liberation rite under your mindfulness, reader. A commendable achievement. Surely Jodariel shall live out her days in gratitude to you and your companions. Perhaps she may now seek Hedwyn there in your commonwealth. I should think Hedwyn would have liked to witness what took place this night. I trust that together they shall make a formidable difference to the plan which all of you endeavor to achieve. Now, for the time, Celeste and I are to return to our respective stations. We all await the next turn of the cycle of the rites. May you prevail once more when next we traverse Scribe's Gate. Until then, reader, rest well under the stars. He nods and leaves you to recover after a long night. Alright, everybody, that's going to about do it for this one. I just want to say, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember, you can find me over on Facebook, Twitter, the website, and Minds.com. Links to all that stuff is down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time, everybody. But until then, I am AJ Gels. This is the Gaming Channel. I'm out.